What's up, my magical family? What's going on? It's Unique Divination, and you are tuned in to Urban Mystik TV. Let me kind of position my camera so you can see all the cards. So, this is my full moon. This is my full moon in Pisces, August 2018 reading. And as you can see, for the first half of the year, I was using the Thoth deck, one Goddess Guidance card and a Past Life card, but I've recently just got some more cards, so I figured let's incorporate more cards into the spread so we can get more guidance from all different revenues, right? And all different perspectives. So, without further ado, we've got, sorry if I keep bumping my stand, Hermetic deck, we've got the Rebel deck, we've got the Universe Has Our Back, Goddess Guidance, Past Life, Crystal Healing, and Chakra card, okay? And so we're going to dig into each card and see how this will all give us guidance of what we need to look forward to and take heed in August 2018. It seems like every time I want to do a video, there's always some background noise. I did this video yesterday. I actually completed it on my iPhone, and for whatever reason, it won't let me share it. It says my storage is full, even though it made me just purchase iCloud storage, but I don't know I don't know the difference between the iCloud storage and the phone storage. I mean, whatever. But let's get into the reading. So, before we even talk about the cards, we need to talk about what full moon in Pisces represents, right? And so Pisces, according to the Golden Dawn and things that I've studied, you know, Pisces represents spiritual awareness, very in tune psychic abilities, dreams, and sacrifice. And we all know that Pisces is a water element, so that's dealing with heavy emotion, right? So I can already tell y'all that August is going to be a very profound month in a way that you will feel more connected to spirit than you have so far since the beginning of the year. Like I said, Pisces is spiritual awareness. Now, for the month of August, you know, you may have dreams that you'll remember, you know, because we all have dreams, but I'm talking about the ones that remember that you're going to need to write down and journal. So definitely for the month of August, I would recommend journaling about your dreams. As far as my personal experience, I haven't been really remembering my dreams like that, but it's like the first 2 days of August, I had very vivid dreams. They were lucid. I was like highly active in my dream, very conscious. I knew what was going on. So I took heed to that and I wrote it down, and I'm just going to reflect on that, on the dream, the two dreams that I had, because evidently they're significant. You know, if I haven't remembered any dreams in a long time, and then here it comes, you know, bam, I have two dreams in a row and I remember them vividly. So definitely journal your dreams for the month of August, because Pisces rules dreams. And dreams are a way that our subconscious mind talks to our conscious mind. I don't know if you know anything about my work or what I do, but I deal with a lot of sigils. And sigils are like spells or positive affirmations. They're basically words and sentences broken down into an aesthetically pleasing picture, right? My money sigil, that's a sigil, for instance. It's the name of the deity that I work with, and his name is broken down into sigil form and it's used on my products. So, symbols, pictures, they do better for your subconscious mind than we allow ourselves to know. They do wonders for our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind really only comprehends in symbols and pictures. That's why when you have dreams and there's like crazy shit going on, you know, sometimes dreams are literal, and sometimes those images and symbols and messages in the dreams are put together to be translated by you, right? But you know the language of your dreams if you track them down, write them down, journal them. So definitely journal, okay? Pisces also represents sacrifice, you know. We've been working hard all year, y'all. I know I have, and I know y'all have. And it just seems like, you know, we're getting nowhere. But if you are working hard, if you are feeling tired and burnt out, I'm going to tell you right now, I just popped open a cold one, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now that I know you're making sacrifices, you know, and that's going to continue hard. For the month of August, you're going to have to continue to sacrifice, whether it be your time, whether it be your energy, whether it be certain decisions, whether it be sacrifice a new way of thinking, whether it be sacrifice, you know, different methods, procedures, how you do things. You're going to continue to sacrifice for the month of August. But the difference is in this month, like, the manifestations, you know, are going to be bountiful, because not only is this full moon in Pisces, but August is the number 8. Well, 8 is Virgo season for sure. It's Leo/Virgo season. Leo deals with outward expression, you know, and Virgo deals with harvesting, self-analysis, self-evaluation. So put all that into perspective, you know, with August being the 8th month, you know, like I said, Leo, self-expression, / Virgo, self-analyzing, self-critiquing, and sacrifices. And then, like I said, spiritual awareness also is represented by the Pisces element. And just so your intuition, your spiritual awareness, your sixth sense should be at a heightened state for the month of August, and especially underneath the full moon energy. So I would really take advantage of this month. Make sure we're meditating, make sure we're being open. Those of you, I don't know, those of us that like to go into a trance state, you can go into a trance state by saying mantras, by dancing. I would use this opportunity to work myself into a trance state, you know what I mean, to connect with the universe, okay? So this is definitely a really good time to connect spiritually, talk with your ancestors, your spirit guides, and ask them to continue to show you the way, right? And the universe as well, and whatever deities that you work with as well. So let's get into the reading, because we've just been talking about what full moon in Pisces represents. move these away so we can just... So, the first 3 cards that we're dealing with is the Hermetic Cards. And this is Temperance Card, Death Card, Lover's Card. And so, Temperance Card, it has Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Scorpio on here. So we've got fire, water, and air. Fire, water, and earth, my bad. Fire, water, and earth. Not really any air on this card. So this message, of course, is for everyone, but specifically for my Sagittarius, for my Capricorns, and for my Scorpios, you're going to have to make sure that you stay in communication with your spirit guides and your ancestors for direction. You know what I mean? If you believe in angels, whatever. But you definitely need to make sure that you are connecting with the spiritual realm for energy, for asking for, to remove obstacles out of your way, to help you. Just know that you have your ancestors and your spirit guides in the universe to fall back on. You know what I mean? Specifically. You also want to make sure to remain calm. To make sure that we're doing things in moderation and that we're not doing things in extremities. And to make sure that there's balance. So for the month of August, I feel like you're going to be tested. There's going to be a situation that's going to come up, right? A really big situation. It may be coming to head. It may be something that's been ongoing for the longest time. And I can speak to this personally. My son is a Capricorn and I'm on this card. And I've been going through something. I've been going through an adoption process for the last over a good year. And I'm at my wit's end and I'm burnt out. And I'm tired. So this card is kind of refreshing to let me know that I need to remain calm. And I need to finish this process out without spazzing out. So back to just generally speaking, you're going to have to make sure that you're doing things in moderation. Don't try to do extreme. Don't try to do too much. And don't try to do too much and get burnt out. And then don't try to do too little and you have like no motivation at all. These planets in retrograde are real. And the energy has been very peculiar. At times, I'm so unmotivated, but I'm still able to do what I gotta do. It's like I've never been unmotivated and motivated at the same time. But that's what's going on with me. So back to the Temperance card. So yeah, definitely things are going to come to the head as far as emotions is concerned, right? And even if we're looking at the elements that's on the card, Sag, Capricorn, and Scorpio, that's ground, fire, and water, okay? There is a chance for emotions to just go off the handle this month, right? Because of that mixture. But you're going to have to remain calm. You're going to be tested. And it seems like, okay, we've been tested all month. But like I said, whatever we've got going on in August, it's going to come to a head. It's almost climaxing and we're almost there. And we just got to remain calm and just keep our eye on the prize, so to speak. You know what I mean? Make sure that we're staying focused and we remember why we're doing what we're doing in the first place. Okay? So the next card is the Death card. And this card is here to remind us that we need to let go of the old ways in order for new ways to manifest. Let me pull this up. Death card. And Scorpio is on that card too. And Scorpio deals with transformation. It deals with transformation. It deals with decay and renewal. You know, like death. You know, for the month of August, we've got to remember to let go of old ways, old habits, old patterns, old way of thinking, old methods, old processes. You've probably even been told this month by a few of your friends, maybe your significant other, your coworker, maybe your boss pulled you to the side and was just like, hey, you know, you seem to be holding on to things that we're no longer utilizing, and we need you to get with the program. You know what I mean? So let's remember that we can't cling to old ways. And of course, nobody wants to continue to cling to old ways, and they know that they no longer serve us any purposes. But it's like security. You know what I mean? It's like security. It's a sense of security. Habit is something that you've been doing, so it's kind of hard to break away from it. So I have a cute little example that I like to bring up. So my youngest daughter, Mia, when she was little, maybe like 5, 6, she had this My Little Pony t-shirt. It was so adorable. It was so cute. She loved that t-shirt. I think she tried to wear it up until she was like 10 years old. I swear to God, it didn't fit anymore. And I'm like, Mia, if you don't just hang that shirt up on the wall, you know, hang it up, let it go. It no longer serves you any purpose. But it was like a sense of security. She loved it, you know. And it's kind of like how we are with our habits, our vices. They give us a sense of security, you know, or, you know, humans are creatures of habit. So we get kind of used to doing the same things, even if they are detrimental to us. You know what I mean? Look at people that have drug habits, you know, people that are addicted to things, alcoholism. You know, these people at this point, we know that alcohol is a disease, whether people want to debate that or not, but we know at a certain point, they're no longer drinking the alcohol because they want to get drunk. They're drinking the alcohol because their body needs it. Their body has become addicted to it, right? Because they've used it as a vice for so long that it's like their body cannot do without it. And that's something that we don't want. So the Death card for the month of August, for the full moon in Pisces, you need to let go of things that no longer serve your purpose, okay? And this goes down to your personal habits, your vices, people in your life, workplace. I know it's not easy to change workplace, but we can make moves to get that ball rolling. You know, maybe you want to redo your resume. Maybe you want to start looking around, start networking, create a LinkedIn. You never know. But let's not look at the bigger picture. Let's look at what can we do to get to the bigger picture. Because I think sometimes we get caught up thinking of the end result. You know, oh, you know, this is what I have to do, instead of thinking like, how are we going to get there, right? So remember, we got to remain calm, the Temperance card. You know, we got to make sure that we do things in moderation. We don't want to be too extreme. We don't want to go above and beyond and burn ourselves out, and then we're no good to nobody. And then we don't want to be completely not doing anything to the point where it's just like an utter lack of motivation, and, you know, there's no movement or no forward progression because we just like are so unmotivated. And as far as the Death card is concerned, like I said, we need to let go of these habits and these vices and these methods and processes and thought processes and procedures and friends and places that we go that are just draining us of energy and are no longer serving us any purpose. Decay and renewal. You can't, it's like a snake. You know, you got to shed that skin. You can't bring anything new into your life until you let go of the old shit. Excuse me. You cannot let anything new into your life until you let go of the old shit. And we all know this, you know. The next card is the Lover's card. It has Gemini on it. So specifically, this piece may be for my Geminis, you know. I touched on looking at the bigger picture, you know. That's what kind of the Lover's card represents. Remembering the bigger picture, you know, but not letting it distract you from the process to get there, right? So the Lover's card deals with being in tune with yourself, you know, and learning yourself more, having a higher sense of self, knowing what it is that you stand for, having a clearer set of your morals, ethics, and values, what you stand for, just an overall sense of you. So, and that's funny that this card would come up in the month of August. Like I said, it's split Leo, Virgo, but going towards the end of the month, towards the full moon, we go into the Virgo season, and that deals with critiquing, self-analysis, you know, things of that nature. So definitely, like I said, sense of self and knowing where you stand. What are your values? You know, what drives you as a person? And this definitely plays out with the Death card, you know, as far as what you stand for, what you're willing to take, because like I said, the Death card represents old habits, old things dying to let new things. So it's like the Lover's card is here to say like, hey, you know, this is the line. This is what I will take. This is what I'm not going to take any longer. All right, and that's a sense of self. That's knowing and loving yourself. You know what I mean? So definitely, the Lover's card is just confirming what the Death card is telling us. You know, that we need to set clear directives for ourselves. You know, set clear. I can't even think of the word, but all I'm trying to say is that the Lover's card is going to have us looking at everything we stand for. You know, the month of August, we're going to have to do some reevaluating of us as a person, as a human being. Like I said, whatever you're going through, definitely the month of August, you're going to be challenged. There's going to be a situation that comes up that's going to make you have to draw a line in the sand and say, this is where I stand on this. I can't do this, or I will do this, or I won't do this, because these are my morals, these are my values as a person. This is what I believe in. You know, I can't do this, and it's going to be played out. You can't hide from it. Synchronicity is going to put the situation in your face where you're going to have to say, hey, this is it. You know what I mean? So that's just something to think about, you know? The next card that we have is the Rebel card. And this card is funny. It's an oracle card. And it basically says what it means right there. Stop talking. Shut your mouth and listen. This goes for everybody. I mean, there's not really too much to elaborate on that. Stop talking. In the month of August, stop talking, shut your mouth and listen. Especially to those that do a lot of talking and informing people and think that we know everything. I'm just going to put myself out there because I got to be a martyr. I am one to think that I know everything, especially when it comes to me and my husband. And it's funny because I swear I be right on certain things. I be hype, and then I find out later that I'm wrong as hell. So this month, for your loved ones, for everybody around you that is in your energy field, stop talking and actually listen to them. Actively listen, which means that your mouth is closed and you're listening to them. And if you don't understand something, you're asking a question to kind of elaborate or to get clarity on there. You're engaging, you're nodding, you're visibly looking at them while they're speaking. You know, that's called active listening. So let's do a little bit more of that this month, and let's see how that gets us. You know what I mean? Shut your mouth and listen. Stop talking. Let's see where it gets us this month. Let's actually take the opportunity to listen to other people and just shut our mouths for once. You know, we all can be narcissistic to a certain degree. You know, there are people, I'm not even gonna get into the people that say that they're not, but we all know that we like to hear ourselves talk. We like to get compliments. I'm just saying, let's just stop talking, you know, for the month of August. And let's open up our ears more and pay attention to the people that surround us. And we may find out that we actually haven't been paying attention or listening to the people around us like we thought we were. Last night I was talking to I was listening to my oldest daughter's conversation with her cousin, and she said that me and my other cousin, as parents, we really don't listen to them. Or, you know, they'll be talking, asking us something, and we'll be like, not really paying attention, or on our phone and not listening to certain conversations. And I said, really? I'm that parent? You know, so I already was put on blast last night and realized that I've got to start listening, actively listening to my children, to my husband. Stop running my mouth thinking I know everything. And even if I feel like I know everything, which I usually do, that's the Capricorn syndrome, just shut up. Even if I feel like, okay, I don't think that's right, be quiet, stop talking, shut your mouth and listen and let things play out. And you might see that the other person may be right, or the situation may play out like the other person said. And I've had that happen to me. I have it happen to me a lot, especially like I said with my husband. I'm always running my mouth thinking I know everything. I'm trying to tell him something, and I'm the one that ends up wrong, and I'm sitting there looking stupid because I've got so much pride, you know, and I try to play it off. But it's like, all I had to do was just shut up and listen, and whether I agreed or not, you know, and let things play out. And saw after all that my husband was actually right. So shout out to the hubby and to my children. So I'm going to make sure this month that and not just this month, but I'm going to start this month, since this is the message for this month, you know, to just start listening and shut my damn mouth. The next card that I have, let me wipe it off a little bit. It's kind of weird looking. That's the card. Okay. The next card that I have is a crystal healing card. And this is called the Purselley Blue Stone, right? And let me get the book out because I just got these cards. I don't know them by heart, y'all, so bear with me, okay? This stone accesses past, present, and future. And so for self-understanding, you are an ancient shaman who has much wisdom to impart in the ability to journey through multiple dimensions in search of healing. You have unshakable core stability and an inner compass that directs you with integrity. And so, integrity, that's really a word that I should have used earlier when talking about the Lover's card, when I said that you're going to be made to set clearer values and morals and ethics for yourself. So that word integrity just kind of confirms what the Lover's card is telling us that we're going to need for sure in the month of August and moving forward, right? As far as divination is concerned, use natural medicine for ailments. Pay attention to your boundaries. Dig deep into the past, access your memories, and cut yourself free. So I'm going to stop right here because this just confirms what the Death card was trying to tell us about releasing the old so the new can come in. Okay, so I always love when cards from different decks kind of, confirm and play off of each other. This says, examine your deepest intentions and roots. Live in the present moment. Find your own directions and face challenges with equanimity. You have the power to decide. Pay particular attention to your environment. Okay? Being true to yourself is the basis of all well-being, spiritual and physical. And we know that because that's really what the Lover's card was talking about. You know what I mean? Understanding what makes you work, your sense of self, your values, your morals. That's being true to yourself. So that's just confirming again what the Lover's card is asking us, as far as what we will do, what we won't do. And that is maintaining your truth, right? So the Purselley Blue Stone tells us to find our own direction and face challenges with equanimity. What does that word mean? I looked it up because I'm kind of slow. It's okay. And it means mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper, especially in a difficult situation. So find your own direction and face challenges with equanimity, with mental calmness. Face challenges with composure. Face challenges, especially in a difficult situation. Face challenges with mental calmness and an evenness of temper. And that goes back to the Temperance card right here, which I spoke about earlier, that we're going to need to remain calm. We're going to have to do things in moderation. So again, this card, this crystal healing card, just confirmed all three cards, right? The Temperance card, we need to remain calm with the situation and the challenges that are coming to a head or growing stronger for the month of August, right? All right. The next card we have is the Chakra card. Red Chakra, which is root chakra. And this card is the soulmate card. And so the root chakra basically represents security. It represents prosperity. And these are brand new cards too. So I have not memorized them yet. So you guys bear with me, okay? And so it deals with security. It deals with building your foundation and letting your intuition be your guide, right? And the soulmate card is a rose without thorns. This card indicates changing old communication patterns and being open to a new way of interacting. So let's stop right here. So the theme of August, it just feels like for me, is letting go of the old so the new can take place, right? This card represents changing old communication patterns. The Death card. Getting rid of things that no longer serve its purpose. What did I say? Old thought process, patterns, procedures, everything, habits. Old way of thinking that no longer serves its purpose. So the soulmate card is just confirming what the Death card has already told us. This is just confirmation. All right? You may no longer be able to have conversations that don't sustain your authenticity. Freedom lies ahead, better than you can imagine. So this month, you may not be for everybody's bullshit. You may not be for the conversations that you used to entertain. And it's nothing against your friends, family, even your significant other, but your thought process is changing. Your paradigm is shifting. And specifically in August, you're going to feel it more than you've ever felt it before, and more than you've ever felt it for this year. You know what I mean? It's just like you don't have time for it. The gossip, talking about people, fucking just keep talking about celebrities, what's going on social media. Like, you're starting to turn internal to fix yourself and to say, how can I get myself out of this situation? Meanwhile, everybody's worrying about other things that aren't even relevant to what it is that you're trying to do. And, you don't have to say sorry or apologize for it. This is just where your path is headed right now. Your path is headed towards self-reflection, towards a different set of moral values, ethical values, different sense of self, different thought process, different patterns, different way of thinking, and it's going to bring about new people, places, and things in your life. Okay? So the conversation and all that, co-workers, even friends, even it may be friends that your best friend. It could be somebody that's been in your life for 15, 20 years. And all of a sudden the connection is just not there because you're realizing that they're on a low vibration and all they want to talk about is bullshit. And you don't have time for it, especially in the month of August with the full moon in Pisces coming. You're trying to connect spiritually so that you can strive to be your higher self and that you can manifest. You're trying to reprogram your mind so that you can manifest what you want in life. This card states, it is time to face my true feelings. To enjoy the beauty of a rose, we must risk being pricked by our inner thorn. This offers a new way to live. The best incentive to change is love. This is a personal inquiry or just something that we want to reflect on, right? And it says, what truth am I embracing? This card indicates no longer living a lie. And like I said, the Lovers card, we've already brought that up, that we're going to start identifying a different set of values, a clearer set of values, fine-tuning our sense of self and who we are and our truths. Key ideas for the Soulmate card. Speak your truth, choose love, freedom through transformation, resistance to commitment, an unexpected outcome, and new truths. Keywords: authenticity, treasure, and trust. Alright, so the next card we have in our guidance for the full moon in Pisces, August 2018, is male-female. And so this card signifies that you've lived most of your lives as a different gender than the one you embody in this lifetime, right? And we all know that sometimes certain past lives, certain ones or several ones, still have an impact, and there may be unresolved issues from our past life or lives that coincide and run in concurrence with our current life, right? So for example, you may now be living as a female while in most of your previous lifetimes you were a male. In such cases, gender confusion and even health issues are often related to this change of gender over lifetimes. Because for most of your lifetimes you've lived as the other sex, you may not feel comfortable in your own skin. If this lifetime, if you're a woman, you may develop gynecological issues or even experience infertility. If this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to traditional masculine roles. This card asks you to have compassion for yourself and trust that your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that your soul is the result of all your past experiences. So basically, the mantra and the motto of this reading for the month of August, full moon in Pisces, has been your truth. What is your truth? you were getting your sense of self. Speak your truths. The crystal Purselley Bluestone spoke on it. Soulmate spoke on it. And now we are here with the past life, with the issue of male and female. So you may have some gender confusion going on. And if you're listening to this, your big challenge or whatever's going to impact you for the month of August may be you coming out to your family, to your significant other. You may have kids and feel like you want to be the other gender. You know what I mean? And so for my transgender people, for my fluid gender people, for people that are questioning their identities, this may be your month to come out and say, hey, this is who I am. You may have been in the closet for a while, and I feel even weird saying that. That shit is so cliche, but there are people that are still hiding and scared to come out. In 2018, you don't have to be afraid of who you are and to let people know. 2018, we're very accepting as a society. You know what I mean? So, and even if that's not your major issue, it could just be something that has been bothering you. Like, for instance, me, of course, I'm a woman. Y'all see I have boobs, whatever. But, I sometimes feel masculine. I know I like to play the game. I like to do a lot of things that typical general females don't like to do. I'm not into girly stuff. I'm getting into makeup now. It's awkward as hell to me. So I can relate to this past life issue. You know what I mean? I see the relevance for it for me in this reading, and all I'm gonna tell y'all to do is just embrace yourself. Speak your truth. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to other people. Be who you are. Do not be afraid to be who you are in front of other people. Don't be fear of judgment. If you feel like you're gonna be judged around the people that's in your energy field, then you need to get them out of your energy field. We already spoke on in the soulmate card, that communication with certain people, it's not going to be the same, so you got to let it go. You know what I mean? Thought processes, thought patterns, ideologies, old ways of thinking are going to be thrown out. So you're going to need to surround yourself with people that are on the same wavelength as you or higher. You know what I mean? And so the next card we have is Goddess Guidance. And this is Anya. And Anya, she's a Celtic goddess and she's a fairy queen who gave birth to incarnated fairies from her romances with mortal men. She sounds like that episode of True Blood with that fairy that made all them babies with the sheriff. Y'all, where my True Blood fans at? I am a True Blood fan. But anyway. So Anya tells us to take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So here we go with true desire, true intentions, authenticity, being yourself, which has been the theme, right? Procrastinating about your dreams won't make them go away. Neither will it make them happen. Indecisiveness is the death of the soul's burning passion to improve, grow, and learn. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Instead, worry about making no decision at all. Then take time to pray, meditate, investigate, research, and go on nature walks and make your decision. Once made, the universal energies will immediately support your decision and doors will successfully open as if by magic. The magic, you see, is that you've set your mind to accomplish something. It's all about your subconscious mind and programming, right? This intention is what sets you on your magical journey. Trust that the universe will support you in all ways. Trust that your intention is clear and right for you. And then take a leap of faith and jump fully and squarely into the midst of putting your dreams into action. Don't hesitate or delay a moment longer. So I just want to go back to the Lover's card where I said that you're going to have to make your values clear, your morals clear. And that's just reiterating, setting your intentions and making your intentions clear. This is just Anya's confirming what the Lover's card has been advising us for the month of August, right? Anya also says your dreams will come true. Your chosen path is the right one for you. Heaven supports you fully on your mission. Your material needs will be taken care of. Take action steps towards the realization of your dream. Break your dream into achievable baby steps so that it's easier to start and keep going. Stop trying to fucking handle a major goal. Like, okay, you have a goal. I want to go to school, or I want to be an entrepreneur. But then you've not laid out a path. All you set is a goal, but what's the path? What are the steps that you're going to do to get to them? So instead of just, setting one major goal and just scrambling any fucking way to get to it because you haven't set any clear path or any goals, why don't we make steps? As many steps as you possibly can. If it's 100 fucking steps that have to be made to get to the goal, write out 100 steps and then group them into 3s and 4s. Group them into attainable goals. So the baby goals need to be attainable where you can check them off. I'm a Capricorn, so I like to check off goals. And so the best way to do that is to break them down. Your destination, you break down every step it takes to get there, and then you group those steps into 2s and the 3s, whatever's good for you, so that you can check. And before you know it, everything's checked off, and then bam, the goal is complete. You can check off the final goal, and it feels really good. But for those of us, my Libras, especially my Libras, because you guys are so indecisive, this is for you as far as this particular message. It goes for everybody, but specifically for my Libras. Baby goals, baby steps. Okay, stop trying to fucking achieve everything at one time. So the last 2 cards that we have is the Universe cards. They got our back. And the first card is, my vibes speak louder than my words. And this just coincides with the Rebel card, which told us to stop talking and to shut your mouth and listen. Okay? Because the energy that you're going to give off, the energy that you're going to be giving off for the full moon in August, because of your desire to change and to get rid of old patterns, thought forms, thought processes, old ways of thinking, old ways of doing certain things, habits. Your energy is going to change and your energy is going to shift. And you're going to start attracting different people in your life. But you can't do that if you're just running your mouth, not working on yourself, which is what this whole reading is about. So my vibes speak louder than my words. You want your energy to exude. People are going to feel your energy before you even open your mouth for this month of August in particular. But in general, this happens, but it's going to be now more than ever. And people are really going to see what you're about because your aura is going to put it off before you even open your mouth. The next card is right here, and it says, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. And this is pertaining to you and your sense of self, right? The universe is allowing you to see where you stand, to reevaluate your values, your perspective on things, on life, on ideologies, on how you do things, on people, places, and things in your life. And you're going to have to move past... Ooh, excuse me, I burped. You're going to have to move past this fear. Or move through the fear, or see beyond the limits of fear. And y'all know, if you follow my work and what I do, I always talk about moving through fear, because sometimes it don't go away. But fear is an illusion. Fear is put there. It's a survival mechanism, I feel like, to help us stay out of trouble, keep away from danger. But when it becomes extreme and where we're not using the fear for our survival mechanisms, it can hinder us and keep us from getting out of that comfort zone, which I made a video about. And moving forward, crossing that line that you've crossed in the sand, the line you've drawn in the sand, and say, I'm going to cross it. So thank the universe, and also thank your ancestors and your spirit guides and whatever deities you work with. you know, because they're there for you. They've got your back, and no matter what, no matter how lonely you may feel, no matter how you feel like nobody's there, number one, your ancestors are always there because they're connected. Your spirit guides are there because they've made that contract to be there to guide you. You just have to ask them for the guidance, and once you know that they're going to be there, synchronicity is going to kick in. Things are just going to open up. Okay? So this concludes the full moon in Pisces, August 2018 reading. You know, spiritual awareness heightened, dreams heightened. Get a journal. You've got to remain calm. There's going to be challenges, or has been a major challenge all year that you've been working for that's at its climax. And you need to remain calm. Mental calmness, equanimity, right? To move through in order to see the manifestation of this project, goal, situation that you've been dealing with, right? The Death card, release old things, old patterns, thought processes, vices, you know, old ways of thinking, people, places, and things. Let go so that new people, places, and things, thought processes, patterns, paradigms can enter into your life. The Lover's card, there's a bigger picture. You know, make sure you're clear on your intentions, your values, your morals and ethical values. Those things are going to be questioned in the month of August, and you're going to have to draw a line in the sand and pick a side on where you stand, right? As far as the Purselley blue stone, dig deep into the past, access memories, and cut yourself free. Examine your deepest intentions and roots. It's the month of August. Yeah, Leo, but it transitions towards the end, towards Virgo, and that's self-analysis, self-critiquing, self-evaluation, right? Find your own direction and face challenges with equanimity, which is the Temperance card. Equanimity, mental calmness, you know. You have the power to decide. And we've got the Soulmate card, which basically talked about, you know, communication that you've had with people before. You're not going to be able to maintain that same communication, you know. It just reiterated that old ways of thinking, old communication, no longer is going to serve us any purpose here. You know what I mean? New way to live. You know, a new way to live is coming about. Freedom through transformation. Speaking your truth. Male, female, past life card just basically lets us know that, you know, we may feel awkward because maybe the gender that we are has not always been the gender that we've primarily played out in past lives. So if you have any infertility issues, any gender-specific issues, health issues, it may be because your body's not used to this form. Your soul has been primarily been another gender than what you've been used to, right? Anya tells us to take risks. You know what I mean? She tells us to take risks and be true to ourselves. Be true to self. You know, your path is the right one for you. You know, heaven supports you fully on your mission. Break your dream into achievable baby steps so that it's easier to start and keep going. And take action, most importantly, towards the realization of your dreams. And then most importantly, the Rebel card says stop talking. Shut your mouth and listen. Universe card says my vibes speak louder than my words. And thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Okay? So that concludes this month's reading. I really enjoyed this reading. It was very profound. A lot of insight into things. And I hope that you guys receive this message well. And I will be back in September with another reading, okay? So you guys take care. Make sure to meditate on this, you know, and comment below and let me know what you think. And of course, to my magical family, I love you all and I thank you for your support and the exchange of energy as always. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I think you need to, because I'll be dropping some great videos, okay? And I'm only growing and getting better each video that I put out. All right, I love you all and have a good day.